"Why, on board the tartan," replied the sailor. "Should we not do better in the grottos?" "What grottos?" "Why, the grottos, caves of the island." "I do not know of any grottos," replied Jacopo. The cold sweat sprang forth on Dante's brow. "What, are there no grottos on Monte Cristo?" he asked. "None." For a moment Dante was speechless. Then he remembered that these caves might have been filled up by some accident, or even stopped up, for the sake of greater security, by Cardinal Spada. The point was, then, to discover the hidden entrance. It was useless to search at night, and Dante therefore delayed all investigation until the morning. Besides, a signal made half a league out sea, and to which La Jeune Amélie replied by a similar signal, indicated that the moment for business had come. The boat that now arrived, assured by the answering signal that all was well, soon came in sight, white and silent as a phantom, and cast anchor within a cable's length of shore. Then the landing began. Dante reflected as he worked on the shout of joy which, with a single word, he could evoke from all these men, if he gave utterance to the one unchanging thought that pervaded his heart. But, far from disclosing this precious secret, he almost feared that he had already said too much, and by his restlessness and continual questions, his minute observations and evident preoccupation aroused suspicions. Fortunately, as regarded this circumstance at least, his painful past gave to his countenance an indelible sadness, and the glimmerings of a gaiety that seen beneath this cloud were indeed but transitory. I don't fully understand Dante's approach here. He wants to keep it secret, but yet he's asking questions. He can't contain his emotions, and it's arousing suspicions. But because of his past, it's able to be dismissed. But he can't do this whole thing alone, and so he's trying to tiptoe his way to figuring out who he wants to include. It passes through his mind at one point that if he told everyone, they would be thrilled and joyed with the idea that there's treasure here for them all. Yet he doesn't do it, but he kind of tries to get some information out of Jacopo by asking if there are any grottos on the island, and then he's disappointed. But it seems like something he already knew. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a little messy for me. I think there's something here. Again, I'm just going to root this in my experience. I think there's something here that Dumas is trying to do by creating a bit of suspense, maybe by having Dante almost like tip his hand to everyone, that like that could undo all of his plans. But I don't really buy that he would ever do it. Like, I don't think he would be. I mean, he's been in prison for 14 years, for God's sake. Like, his mind and patience are a steel trap. So you can't bring us through all of that and then just think at the last second that he's gonna accidentally spill his guts to, the first random person that he asks a question to. It's kind of like, a TV series where the main character is the title of the show and he dies at the season finale, and you're like, well, did he really die? Because I think there's going to be another season, and it's going to be weird if the show is named that character's name, and he doesn't return, or she doesn't return, or they don't return. So I don't know. This isn't really working for me. I got to be perfectly honest with you. Not really working. What's more interesting to me is this delay of his being able to work. That, I'm like, put your chips on that suspense. That he's so close, like he's on the island. He has set foot on the island where the treasure is, and yet he has to go through the motions of work. Like, he's on the ship, which I have to admit, I also forgot that they were choosing the island of Monte Cristo as a rendezvous for this other smuggler ship to be at. But he has to do his job duties when he's so close to the thing he wants to pursue himself. It's kind of like if you've ever bought something fun for yourself, or someone bought it for you, whatever the case, and it arrives, delivered at your door while you're at work, and the entire time your mind is like, I just want to go home and play with that thing, or read that thing, or, watch that thing, or engage with that thing, whatever that thing might be to you. And yet you're like, oh, well, I got a 1 p.m. meeting. I got to sit here and pretend like my mind's not on my little package at home. That's relatable. That is something that I think there's suspense in. Like, this is a huge complication. Not only is there complications in his current shipmates, which he seems to trust, But who the fuck are these other people coming in? What are they going to be about? Are they, ruthless pirates that are going to slit people's throats, at the even hinting that there could be treasure around? Like, play in that direction. That's where I'm like on tenterhooks. And maybe they will. You know what? Maybe they will. We're not even halfway through this chapter yet, so why don't we just continue and see exactly what happens by reading it? Shall we? Okay, join me here tomorrow. You know where to find me. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.